Hey, I am Damian Holbrook from TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider, and I'm talking with Sarah Shahi from Netflix's Sex Life.
Sex is really just about sex. What's it about for you? They're here.
Desire. Feeling desired. Freedom. I haven't felt that way since...
Brad, the person who gives you security can't be the same person who gives you the thrill.
Billy never even mentioned you.
Maybe there's a reason for that.
Unless you think there's a world in which Brad could give you both.
And this character is, what a great role.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, very gutsy, divisive. Telling a story through the female gaze is one thing, but really putting it out there. I mean, you bury yourself in many ways.
Yes, I do. I do. It was a challenge. It's like I became a God-fearing woman on this show, Damian. I was doing a lot more praying than I've ever done in my life. Please, God, please let me hit my mark and let me do a good job. So yeah, not just the physicality of it, but then also the emotional vulnerability I had to bring and it's like, I felt a lot of pressure, honestly. I felt pressure to tell sort of the highest degree of truth of this character, of her story. I wanted everybody around the world who's ever, had an identity crisis or wondered what if, I just wanted them to be heard in some way. It was an interesting thing to be a part of because I myself could relate to so many of the things that Billy was going through. I myself am a mother of 3 kids. I think motherhood is a complex and messy thing. And I think you can be a really great mom, but then also still wonder who you are. I think you can still be nostalgic for the days before you had kids. We're just going to be super honest here.
Yeah.
And wonder, I have a line where I'm looking at myself in the mirror going, where did that other girl go? And the same with relationships. You can have the perfect relationship, but then still feel like something is just not quite enough. It's very honest. It's very raw. And I think the show is very courageous in being able to put that stuff up.
Michael!
Here we go.
First of all, how many squats did you have to do?
Good gracious. Well, you complicate the fact that we shot this during a time when the world was closed and gyms were closed. And so if you could have seen some of the workouts that I had to come up with, it was kind of crazy making.
It's such a great, complicated, juicy story that I think any actor would want to grab into. How did you kind of come to the decision like, okay, well, it's also going to have a ton of very graphic sexual content?
Yes. Well, I think for me, being a part of something that I think for the first time tells a story through the lens of the female gaze was an honor. Also playing Cooper, what I love about Coop is that it's for what he may be as a great husband and all those things. I think so many of us get this fantasy view of intimacy and sex a lot of times, and sometimes it is. And a lot of times it's clunky and it's not smooth. And the, pardon the analogy, but the porn star sort of view that we develop of things when it meets reality, it's wholly imperfect.
Obviously, actors would love these kind of characters to play. How much thought had to go into, do I want to take this role considering what else it asks of me?
I just found Sasha to be so dynamic, so fun, and just this spicy little firecracker. And I hadn't had the opportunity to work on any character of her ilk before. So to me, it was just a really exciting opportunity to stretch into something that I haven't had the chance to stretch into before.
And Adam?
Yeah, the characters are so deep and rich, and you also get to play them at different versions of their life, 8 years before, present day. And so I really look forward to that. And when it comes to the intimacy scenes, like they help drive the story. So they're all there for a reason. So you don't look at that and go, oh, I'd love to do the character, but not these scenes. It's all part of the same thing. It all helps the story as a whole. So yeah, I was just excited to jump on board for sure.
Oh, it is so juicy. So for more on Sex Life on Netflix and all of your favorite streaming shows, check out TVinsider.com.